nos secundam juventutem, post molestam senectutem, nos habebitumus, nos habebitumus. Vivit academia, vivent professores, vivit academia, vivent professores, vivet membra quaelebit, vivet membra quaelebit, semper sint in flore, semper sint in flore.
In case you didn't know, it's a celebration. It's a party. Good morning. I declare this congregation of the University of the Western Cape duly constituted.
Please join us in the singing of the national anthem, which will be led by Jean-Ray Gabriels.
Nkosi sikeleli Afrika, malupakanyisu pondalwayo, izwa imitanda soyetu, kosi sikelela tina, lusa polwayo, murena boluka si chapasa yetu, ufedi setin twale mansweu, usipuluke, si chabasa, Yesu, si chabasa, South Africa, South Africa. Die blauw van onze hemel, uit die diepte van ons Heer, oor ons ewige gebeurtes, waar die kranse antwoord gee. Sounds the call to come together, and united we shall stand. Let us live and strive for freedom in South Africa, our land.
Please be seated. university respects and recognizes all faiths, and in an effort to respect the major faiths observed by the UWC community, we have arranged for a spiritual leader from each of these to lead us in prayer on a rotational basis. This morning, we will be led in prayer by Ms. Tahiri Matia.
Good morning. I bring you the loving greetings from the Baha'i community, and I offer this prayer for unity in a time when we have so much fragmentation. I also take this opportunity to congratulate all the students, the parents, and all of those who have supported you in this journey and in your success today. May we all be part of an ever-advancing society. Let us center ourselves and be reverent as I offer this prayer on our behalf. O kind Lord, thou who art generous and merciful, we are the servants of thy threshold, and we are under the protection of thy mercy. Let the sun of thy province be shining upon all, and the clouds of thy mercy shower upon all. Thy gifts encompass all, thy providence sustains all, thy protection overshadows all, and the glances of thy favor illumine all. O Lord, grant unto us thine infinite bestowals, and let the light of guidance shine. Illumine the eyes, make joyous the souls, and confer a new spirit upon the hearts. Give us eternal life. Open the doors of thy knowledge. Let the light of faith shine. Unite and bring humankind into one shelter beneath the banner of thy protection, so that they may become as waves of one sea, as the leaves and branches of one tree, and may assemble beneath the shadow of the same tent. May they drink from the same fountain, may they be refreshed by the same breezes. May they obtain illumination from the same source of light and life. Thou art the giver, the merciful. Peace be upon you.
I now call upon Bongani Blekana, Secretary General of the Student Representative Council, to address you.
First of all, I would like to congratulate University of the Western Cape for producing what we call locomotive of society, one of our own, the upcoming graduate in nuclear physics. That is what we call academic excellence, and also the positioning of University of the Western Cape and the African continent at large at global human affairs and its epistemology. Greeting to the Vice-chancellor, Deputy Vice-chancellors, Dean of Faculties, academics, honorable guests, our graduates and parents and friends. I also wish to send conventional greetings to the mothers and fathers of the graduating students and student populace as well, and also organizers of this historical event. Allow me also to thank and appreciate the opportunity granted to me by the University of the Western Cape to speak in this historical event. Primarily, I would like to congratulate the upcoming graduates who managed to break through the difficulties that they have faced in their academic years. Indicators of a new dawn, glimmers of a new generation. We have seen the wave and outbreak of Rhodes Must Fall and Fees Must Fall, which stood for the free decolonial education that speaks to the African personality, despite its challenges and difficulties. Never regret your participation in that struggle, because it was a noble cause. No rational human being can deny the fact that African people in this country do deserve free education because we do not have the means to pay off our fees due to historical events and also the arrangement of this country's economy. The concept that I would like to engage you upon, it is the concept of development. It is adequate to say development comes in two folds. First, the development of self and development of society. For one to contribute towards the development of society, one has to develop her or himself with the knowledge that is viable for the development of that particular society. For one to do that, he or she has to give up to absolute selfless and to have an unpredictable love for the people. The reason why I'm engaging you pertaining this matter is because as graduates, we have a critical role to play in a society that is yet to be emancipated. We need then not to forget that here in occupied Azania, we're still grappling with the legacy of colonialism. Remember, colonialism means the invasion or rather the conquering of our people by foreigners, taking their land, slaughter their cattle, and ultimately controlling them directly, politically, socially, culturally, and economically. Our father, Robert Mangaliso Sobukwe, says that the importance of education is mutated to us because it means the identification of ourselves with the masses. Education to us means service to Africa. You have a mission. We all have a mission. A nation we have to build, a God to glorify, a contribution clear to make towards the blessings of humankind. We must be the embodiment of our people's aspirations. In addition, all we are required to do is to show the light, and the masses will find the way. Watch our movements keenly, and if you see any signs of reasonable in us, or if you hear us talk of practical experience as a modifier of men's view, denounce us as traitors to Africa and its development. We should be able to take care of our families, educate our siblings, brothers and sisters who come from extended families. We understand and know that now you are in a transitional stage. Some are about to get into the corporate world, and the corporate world has its own challenges. Hence, we are scolding you to take care of your families. In the corporate world, particularly in this country, generally in Africa, some blacks, the so-called black elites, are used by the system to be in alliance towards the exploitation of the African people and the new graduates. Given all of these societal contradictions that we live under, one must be equipped with a necessary knowledge and revolutionary theory to raise above these contradictions. Karl Marx, on his theory of dialectical materialism, he teaches us that ideas must be informed by material conditions on the ground. So this serves to say, our thinking as African people should evolve around resolving these societal contradictions. Throughout that process, we must always remember Africa, our continent. Allow me to end by quoting the profound words from Tata Sobukwe. Let me plead with you, lovers of my Africa, to carry with you into the world the vision of a new Africa, an Africa reborn, an Africa rejuvenated, an Africa recreated, a young Africa. With these words, the SRC congratulates you, sons and daughters of the soil. Make sure that you do position University of the Western Cape in Africa and global human affairs and its epistemology. Izwelethu.
member of the Council of the University of the Western Cape, Professor Alan Christoffels, member of the Executive Management, Deans of Faculties, my colleagues from the academic and professional sectors, members of the SRC present, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and then obviously our guests of honor this morning, our graduates of 2019. Good morning and welcome to the 5th graduation ceremony that is taking place over the next 2 weeks. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, as I stand here today, I'm filled with a deep sense of pride at the sight of what UWC is able to produce. Graduates with quality degrees and diplomas who can step into the world with their heads held high. Graduates, I know that your achievements did not come easily or lightly. Many of you came from far away places, all over the African continent. Some of you had never left the familiarity of your home and the familiarity of your family. Yet, you took the brave decision to come to Bellville to enroll at the University of the Western Cape. Many of you struggled with immense challenges of hunger, poverty, transport, and uncertainty about your future here at UWC. Yet, here you are this morning. You have done it. Well done, and congratulations to you. A big thank you also to the parents and the loved ones in the audience today. We will never really truly know the sacrifices that you had to endure to make sure that your son and your daughter, your husband, your wife, sees this day. Parents, guardians, significant others, UWC salutes you and congratulate you on the unselfish way in which you have supported your children or your charges. Over the next week, we will be conferring 3,500 degrees, diplomas, and certificates. Can I get an amen on that, please? $3,500. Remarkable for an institution given its humble origins. Of these 3,500 degrees, 60 are doctoral degrees, 227 master's degrees, 676 honors degrees, and more than 2,000 undergraduate degrees and diplomas. Prof. Christoffel, as I reported to Council, the university strives to have a 70% undergraduate to 30% postgraduate ratio. While we are not there yet in terms of our enrollments, I'm proud to report that our postgraduate graduations during the next 2 weeks constitutes 30% of our graduations. On behalf of the university, I congratulate all of those 3,500 that will be receiving their degrees, diplomas, and certificate. But Deputy Vice-Chancellor, even as we send these graduates into the world, even as we celebrate their achievements, it would be amiss of me not to speak of the world that our graduates are stepping into as they leave UWC. A world that we and the parents and the guardians are also living in. We are at a very interesting but slightly frightening crossroads in our democracy. At this very moment, we have a multitude of commissions of inquiry into corruption and state capture. Our government is struggling on many fronts. Our economy is struggling. Eskom cannot keep the lights on. What is frightening is how accepting we have become of these failures. I recently read an article by Professor Bani Pitiana, who is the former Vice-chancellor of UNISA and currently is the chairperson of the South African Human Rights Commission. I encourage you to read this article, Google it and find it online, because it's one of the most saddest, most searing criticisms and indictment of our country. In the article, Mr. Pitiana writes about the disillusionment of the South Africa that held so much promise once, but now resembles our worst nightmare. I quote from Professor Pitiana: "Watching the shenanigans that reveal themselves on our TV screens in the Zondo Commission, the Public Investment Corporation inquiry, the VBS bank scandal, and the escalating troubles at Eskom, I ask myself, where do these people come from? It is like a horror movie, but it is actually the story of our South Africa. You as young people might be wondering what you can do to change this, what you can do to help make our democracy work, what you can do to ensure that those promises contained in our Constitution is delivered on. Is to go and vote on the 9th of May. Not only is that your responsibility, it is your duty. This is a right that was given to all of us as South Africans. It's a right never to be looked upon as something to be dismissed. Your right to vote came at a very, very high price. I know even I am ambivalent. It's a difference in whether I should make the effort. But at the end of the day, your vote really counts. Go and vote and help make South Africa work again. Mr. Pitiana also talks about the courage and the boldness needed to rebuild our country. I believe we have equipped you as our graduates to have that courage and boldness to make a difference. During your time at UWC, you have acquired skills that stretch far beyond those gained in the classroom. We believe that these skills will stand you in good stead as you enter the world of work and you enter society at large. From your very first year until now, you have learned to engage with a diverse campus community. You had to step out of your comfort zone and develop your social and your communication skills. You've had to acquire the hard work, the ethics of hard work and discipline. I know that because without that ethic of hard work and discipline, you would not have been here today. Without even knowing it, you have learned to be resilient, determined, and focused. I know that because if you look around you, you will see that many of your classmates who sat with you in this hall during orientation is no longer here today. but you are here. When things got tough and you encountered problems, you didn't give up. You persevered. Regard these lessons that you have learned outside of the classroom. Regard it as preparation for what lies ahead in your life journey. Also remember that you are graduating from a university of which you can be proud. Next year we will be celebrating 60 years of UWC, and it has been 6 decades of determined growth and development. Through our 6 decades of existence, we have consistently punched above our weight. And today, we have 7 faculties. You can see their banners around me. Today, we produce more than half of South Africa's oral hygienists and dentists. Today, we have astronomers and astrophysicists who work on the square kilometer array in the Karoo, where the world's most powerful radio telescope is being built. At UWC, we engage with matters that make a difference to society. Be it seeking answers to diseases like tuberculosis, or preparing new generations of scholars, lawyers, foundation phase teachers, pharmacists, dentists. Universities are more than just about research and education. They're also about making a positive impact and working towards a better world for all. This morning, we were greeted with a very exciting news that UWC is ranked among the top 200 higher education institutions in the very first London-based Times Higher Education University Impact Rankings. A ranking which looks beyond the classroom, which looks beyond academia and looks at the university's contribution towards sustainability in terms of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. What this ranking recognizes and what it tells us is that here at the University of the Western Cape, we grapple with the complex issues facing the world in the 21st century. We grapple with what we call the grand challenges of our time. Issues like global climate change, poverty, inequality, clash of cultures, and globalism. We do this, we engage in this way because we are committed to providing our students an environment of learning and teaching and research excellence. We do this because we are committed to community development. We are committed to the development of South Africa. We are committed to the development of our continent, and we are committed to developing the world. One moment, please. It's hard work, this. UWC and its graduates are essentially the same. As a university, our resilience as an institution is reflected in the resilience of our students. Like the university, our graduates show determination and the ability to go the distance in achieving their goals. This resilience, I'm confident graduates will carry you through the next phase of your life. Graduates, as you move into the world, much will be demanded and much will be expected of you. It is going to be very easy to lose your way in a culture that sends messages that says it's okay to take the easy way out. A culture that says it is okay to behave in a selfish and individualistic manner. Bani Pitiana describes us, the South African society, as an aggressively selfish, individualistic and greedy society that cares only for itself and that cares only for its own. Graduates, I'd like to leave you with a message that you will have to guard against believing that the world works according to who has the most money, that the world works according to crass consumerism and materialism. It will require you to do the right thing, to live with integrity, and to live with kindness. If you do this, if you live your life with integrity, you will find that you have contributed to making this world a better place. And I'm confident that we can rely on you to do so. Finally, when you entered this hall today, you entered as students of the University of the Western Cape. When you leave this hall after the ceremony, you will be leaving as graduates and alumni of this institution. Be as proud of UWC as UWC are of you. Congratulations once again. Go out and make us proud. Item in song will now be rendered by Jean-Ray Gabriels and Arno Aronson.
As old as time, true as it can be, barely even friends, then somebody bends unexpectedly.
Just a little change, small to say the least, both a little scared, neither one prepared, Beauty and the Beast.
Ever just the same, ever a surprise. Sure as the sun will rise. time.
Song as old as rhyme, Beauty and the Beast.
We are blessed, those of us sitting on the stage, because genre, because we get to hear that 10 times over the next 2 weeks. Another applause for Beauty and Beauty. While we're waiting, we're going to do this now. It's your moment. Just a reminder that it's being live streamed all over the world. Our alumni in other parts of the world is seeing you graduating. So if you want to put those final touches, you know, the lipstick or the hair, now is the time. By authority vested in me, I shall now admit the candidates who are presented to me and the candidates who were not able to attend this ceremony to degrees, diplomas, and certificates in the university.
That shows how eager scientists are to get things done. Well done. Vice-chancellor, the candidate Vamsi Krishna Bandlamudli will now be introduced to you by his supervisor, Dr. Siva Pasapati from the South African Institute for Advanced Materials Chemistry.
Good morning, everyone. The title of Mr. Vamsi's thesis is The Effect of Four-Field Design on the Degradation Mechanisms and Long-Term Stability of High-Temperature PEM Fuel Cells. Is it too fast? Okay. I'll make it slow. Fuel cells are long-term solutions for global energy needs. Auditing PEM fuel cells at high temperature show promising applications for stationary applications. However, there are some problems that prevent high-temperature fuel cells from large-scale commercialization. The cathode is said to have sluggish reaction kinetics and high cell potentials during fuel cell startup, which may cause severe degradation. The project progresses to identify the operational degradation mechanism of the high-temperature PEM fuel cell, mainly due to change in cathode four-field design, which will be interpreted with use of various characterization techniques. The studies reveal that straight and parallel fold design is intended as an alternative to serpentine flow field especially operation at steady state with low current density and better current density distribution. Thank you.
It's going to be a long morning. Vice-chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Vice-Krishna Badlamudli. Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Noluntu Ganti will now be introduced to you by her supervisor, Dr. Pasapati again.
Hi, the thesis title for Ms. Dayanti is Factors Influencing Fuel Cell Lifetime and a Method of Assessment for State of Health. Fuel cells are being commercialized as we speak. However, the cost and lifetime of these devices should be addressed to achieve mass commercialization. This study deals with the analysis of lifetime parameters of a PEM fuel cell under aeronautic operating conditions, examining the effects of the factors by subjecting the PMFC to simulated conditions. The identified factors are cathode stoichiometry, operating temperature, and load profile of an aircraft. All the factors are interlinked. It is difficult to isolate each factor and its effect on aeronautic environment. The startup and shutdowns of the flight stages resulted in the highest degradation, while the cruise mode caused the least. The results were published in 2 high-impact international journals and in conference presentations. Thank you.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Noluntu Janchi. Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Russell Ferreira will now be introduced to you by her co-supervisor, Dr. Natasha Wood.
HIV is covered in glycans that form a coat-like structure around the surface of the virus. Where it was previously thought that this coat acted only as a protective shield, glycans are now a prime target for antiviral drug design. The challenge, however, is that glycan coats can vary substantially between viruses from the same or different patients, which means that a glycan targeting antiviral may work in one patient but not the next. Understanding the properties that allow one virus to escape while another is destroyed is thus vital. Russell's PhD focused on developing techniques for studying the complex properties, and she describes the intricate atomic detail of the glycan shields of 2 viruses with different resistance profiles. Her work adds novel insight and valuable tools to the body of work on HIV glycans.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Russell Ferreira. Vice-Chancellor, the next candidate, Shian Jolicoeur's supervisor, Professor Roy Martins, is not here, so I shall read the citation. The thesis is entitled, The Observed Bispectrum for SKA and Other Galaxy Surveys. Next generation galaxy surveys, such as those planned for the Square Kilometre Array, the world's largest radio telescope that is being built mainly in South Africa, will deliver detailed maps of huge volumes of the universe. These maps contain a wealth of information about the universe. The bispectrum is one of the key probes for extracting this information from galaxy maps. This thesis presents a pioneering theoretical analysis of the galaxy bispectrum, which incorporates for the first time some of the relativistic observational corrections that have been ignored previously. Highly complex calculations are required to derive the expressions for these corrections and to show how they give us new information about the universe. 4 papers based on the thesis have been published in one of the top international journals. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Shian Jolicoeur. Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Ntombizonke Yvonne Keshwa will now be introduced to you by her supervisor, Professor Nico Orthe.
Ntombi's thesis is entitled Synthesis of Metallocenes for the Production of Exotic Heavy Ion Beams. Nuclear scientists at the Temba Labs National Facility and other accelerators around the world conduct experiments that require a variety of particle beams, which are accelerated using particle accelerators like the one we have here, and delivered to various nuclear physics experimental stations, such as the GAMCA spectrometer. GAMCA is a project led by UWC as part of a consortium team, and UWC was awarded 35 million rands, the single largest grant ever given by the NRF in a competitive call. The main goal of her study, of Sisi Keswa's study, was the production of exotic beams of nickel isotopes. For this, Ntombi developed a method to synthesize organometallic compounds which were manufactured and characterized using X-ray diffraction, Fourier transform infrared spectroscopy, and proton nuclear magnetic resonance. The method advanced in this study will allow the production of exotic beams, which are currently not available at the Temba Labs and elsewhere. This, together with the arrival of the GAMCA array, will open up new science cases for MSc, for many MSc and PhD students and new projects, leading to major breakthroughs in nuclear physics done here in South Africa.
Vice-Chancellor, Nico says he has one more sentence.
Sisi Keswa has been throughout her life a freedom fighter. Now she has continued this by opening the doors of excellence not only for herself but to new generations of students to come.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Ntombizonke Yvonne Keshwa. Vice-Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Jan Philippus Lorenz Labaskachny will be introduced to you by his supervisor, Professor Simon Travis from the South African National Bioinformatics Institute.
Philip's thesis is entitled The Development of a Data Processing Toolkit for the Analysis of Next-Generation Sequencing Data Generated Using the Primer ID Approach. While HIV can be treated with antiretroviral drugs, these drugs do not cure infection, meaning that the development of a HIV vaccine is critical. A routine HIV vaccine is still a long way off, and there are a number of HIV vaccine trials underway at sites globally, including South Africa. Critical to such trials is understanding what are called breakthrough infections, when someone who has been vaccinated still contracts HIV. This involves studying DNA from the founder virus to understand any unique features it may have. Philip's PhD involved developing computational tools for researchers to accurately characterize genetic features of HIV infection. His work has contributed to a large international vaccine trial, and the tools that he has developed will form part of vaccine trial workflows for years to come.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Jan Philippus Lorenz Labaskachny. Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Chantal Renee Peterson will now be introduced to you by her co-super, Dr. Nebo Jovanovic.
Chantal Renee Peterson thesis develops a systemic understanding of our aquatic and riparian ecosystems and biodiversity are linked with river patterns and processes in a framework of evolving land cover and land use management. In her study conducted in the Dave River catchment on the southern coast of South Africa, she illustrates the hydrogeomorphic drivers and controls that regulate the structure and functioning of rivers, the ecological infrastructure that provides goods and services, the anthropogenic impacts on the provision of these services, and the response of aquatic biota and riparian vegetation. She finally develops a conceptual framework that provides a model of drivers and responses in freshwater and riparian ecosystems.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Chantal Renee Peterson. Vice-chancellor, the candidate Muloleki Tsawe will now be introduced to you by his supervisor, Professor Sacha Apuni from the Department of Statistics and Population Studies.
Sawe's thesis, titled Inequalities in the Use of Maternal and Reproductive Health Services in Sierra Leone. This study focused on investigating the extent of health inequalities in this civil war-torn country. One of the main strengths is that it addressed an existing problem in line with the International Agenda on Maternal and Reproductive Health. Using survey data, the thesis extends the literature on the trends and magnitude of health inequalities in sub-Saharan Africa. Several analysis methods were applied to meet the thesis objectives. The results show that inequalities in maternal and reproductive health services have declined over time, but remain high for certain health indicators. Various health policies aimed at reducing inequalities can be derived from these theses. There is no doubt the consideration of the findings from this study can be an important contribution in designing, planning, monitoring, and evaluating policy regarding the reduction of under-5 mortality.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Muloleki Tsawe. Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Garth John van Skalkwyk will now be introduced to you by his supervisor, Professor Peter Witbooi.
The title of the thesis of Garth John van Skalkwyk is Mathematical Models for Optimal Management of Bank Capital, Reserves and Liquidity. This dissertation interrogates the critical question on optimal investment strategies for internationally active commercial banks, which are subject to capital requirements as prescribed by the third version, Basel III, of the regulatory framework of the Basel Committee on Banking Supervision. The markets are modeled as having jump diffusion uncertainty in continuous time, and the implications of such assumption on the money supply process are analyzed using stochastic optimal control theory. The modeling in terms of jump diffusion provides a welcome improvement over the classical results, which were based on continuous stochastics. A first paper from this research has been published in an accredited international journal, and more papers are currently under submission.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Garth John van Skalkwyk. Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Sunday Tope Voda will now be introduced to you by his supervisor, Professor Eric Mwambwene.
Sunday Voda's thesis is entitled On the Primarity of some block intersection graphs. Understanding the primarity of mathematical structures has been one of the prominent enterprises of mathematicians for centuries. Whilst the pursuit of primarity of numbers and groups may seem to be ebbing, that of graphs intrigues anyone who dare have a look at them. Whichever natural product you consider, the similarity with properties observed on integers is grappling. Sandy Voda, using symmetries of the graphs in question and the primarity of certain groups, constructed various classes of intersection block graphs and proved that they are prime with respect to all the 4 standard graph products.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Sunday Tope Voda. Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Lolita Desiree Vinar will now be introduced to you by her supervisor, Professor Renette Blicknote.
Ms. Vinar's thesis investigates the relationship between school climate and academic achievement. A healthy climate contributes to an effective school with positive relationships between learners, teachers, the school management, and the community. Due to the inherent hierarchical structure of educational data, the study employed multi-level analysis techniques. The thesis investigated school climate changes from 2003 to 2015 and finally developed a school climate model for South African secondary schools. The results show that school climate explains considerable proportions of the variations in achievement between schools. School climate is furthermore able to explain the relationship between socioeconomic status and academic achievement.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Lolita Desiree Vinar. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Science in Physical Science on the following candidate, Matobela Baloi. Sishle Magobani, cum laude. Nyanyi Mukwevu, Jan Albert Voljoen, Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Science in Nanoscience on the following candidate, Sibusihle Maqazolo. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Science Biotechnology on the following candidates: Gerard Besson, cum laude. Sipiwe Hlachweo, cum laude. Kimberly Williams. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Science in Chemical Science on the following candidate: Nkongolo Dioka. Lenati Nzuzo, cum laude. Noniko Nakala, cum laude. Kelechi Namwayekwe, cum laude. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Science in Biodiversity and Conservation Biology on the following candidates: Jody Michael Barans, cum laude. Jamie Pulser, cum laude. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Science in Petroleum Geology on the following candidate: Sadia Saleh. Vice-Chancellor, this is a special degree qualification coming up now. This is the first group from the Masters in Statistical Science with the big data science stream. It's our entry into the fourth industrial revolution, into large data. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Statistical Science on the following three candidates: Samuel Mbenga, Taylor Vandenberg, Yusri San, Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Science in Pharmacy Administration on the following candidate: Shavani Pillay, Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Science in Bioinformatics on the following candidates: Olabode Ajayi, Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Science Honours on, Bachelor of Science Honours in Biotechnology on the following candidates. Megan Dawn Diaga, cum laude. Amy Huvel, cum laude. Jody Koopman, cum laude. Samira Lamberti, cum laude. Tendo Mabuda, cum laude. Calypso Mordisi, cum laude. Gershwin Sias, cum laude. Raisa Sonde, cum laude. Michaela Bothman. Julian Kutsi. This is a special moment. Fazana Diedrichs will be invested by her mother, Mrs. Ansaf Diedrichs. Mrs. Diedrichs is a member of staff at the university. Robin Effner. Mohammad Fredericks. Rais Ismail. Okushle Maseti. Eugene Mashele. Tuburile Matonsi. Aisha Mawiuddin. Brian Mundia. Anantla Nzulu. Yolanda Sigodi. As Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Science Honours in Applied Geology on the following candidates. Shanil Singh, cum laude. Chandray Apollos. Sharifa Daris. Yeah. Ndubuisi Igwebuke. Awonke Malchas. Aya Bulela Manjezi. Tanda Kushle Makangazi. Tiamo Molele. Ziseko Mchika. Bridget Murati. Luyando Globo. Fuyaseka Nglishe. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Science Honours in Physical Science on the following candidates. Stephen Klue, cum laude. Nyabani Mayabela. Kanting Motimele. Kudzai Sitole. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Science Honours in Medical Bioscience on the following candidates. Shana Edith DeBrain, cum laude. Astrid de Wet, cum laude. Amara Hameldien, cum laude. Nabila Hamid, cum laude. Blake Green, cum laude. Tammy Hartle, cum laude. Mariam Hassan, cum laude. Tyrion Loebscher, cum laude. Demi Mayer, cum laude. Dimpo Mpeke, cum laude. Banele Nklobo, cum laude. Zensa Rhoda, cum laude. Imad Sali, cum laude. Apologies. Amy Thompson, cum laude. Andrea Hendricks. Laurentia Opperman. Mtlalikazi Konti. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Science Honours in Biodiversity and Conservation Biology on the following candidates. Yamin Badruddin, cum laude. Akira Govender, cum laude. Jessica Kipling, cum laude. Joshua Adrian.
Say my name first and then my surname.
Amiro Abrahams. Kylan Lee Brown. Adnan Imandin. Bonga Govuza. Chandre Hofstander. Taryn Joy Jacobs. Tariq Jamali. Carlin Landsberg. Demi Lee Martin. Kim Jenny Lee Schultz. Jesse Smith. Hafiz Sonde. Luann Thomas. Diren Van Mari. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Science Honours in Chemistry on the following candidates. Sipo Sande Matangana. Cum laude. Cum laude. Nonkosi Matanisi, cum laude. Nozuko Motamani, cum laude. Shane Weary, cum laude. Muhammad Ali. Kieran Churchill. Kelly Correa. Shaheen Daniels. Sibulela Lau. Chantal Mayanotti. Kita Mumbala. Amina Parker. Lunamandla Pontro. Franska Sodens. Nikiwe Tsipa. Vice-chancellor. I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Science, Honours, Computer Science on the following candidates. Tyron de Reiters, cum laude. Ubaidullah Effendi Emajedi, cum laude. Alexander Gear, cum laude. Gordon Euster, cum laude. Marcel Oosthuizen, cum laude. Takudzwa Raisi, cum laude. Valentine Tawira, cum laude. Irvin Wesso, cum laude. Zoe Amanshur. Lorenzo Cook. Justin Erasmus. Humphrey Atang Lekoba. Vice-chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Science Honours in Statistical Science on the following candidates. Rama Demetse Cooper. Zipo Matiso. Naeem Ori. Mandlakazi Plaiki. Nonyameko Siko. Lydia Ann Smith. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Science Honours in Population Studies on the following candidates. Ntombi Zandile Matikinga. I was focusing on the name. Cum laude. Mpo Nkumoleni. Cum laude. Luleka Dlayakia. Lise Marie Gossman. Linda Mavume. Viwe Mkotane. Sasipo Mkabisa. Unati Nkudle. Zimele Nebo Vezi. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Science Honours in Environmental and Water Science on the following candidates. Akila Parker, cum laude. Akila Benjamin. Prasanta Bisanaram. Apiwe Janchi. Tatenda Zurume. Agnes Nolita Kungwayo. Wasanga Makanzi. Kamohelo Mukena. Edisang Motsonem. Bongo Letu Ntungwana. Sianda Nyakene. Mushira Raymond. Bongiwe Seleka. Cindy Sobotka. Ashley Tomlinson. Abongili Plaza. Vice-chancellor, I request you to confer the degree. Bachelor of Science Honours in Astrophysics on the following two candidates. Paula Daliso, cum laude. Mohammad Junaid Townsend, cum laude. Vice-chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Pharmacy on the following candidates. Leandri Bola, summa cum laude. Alri van Heerden, summa cum laude. Aaron Watt, summa cum laude. Tiana van Sale, cum laude. Masood Abrahams. Ziad Abrahams. Anwar Akleka. Amanda Baba. Samiga Basadin. Nomfundo Biela. Dominique Boswell. Antoinette Boerters. Jasmine Bugan. Kamarelishle Buka. Nuha Karim. Grace Chigumba. Momalezi Konchwa. Sharon Conradi. Kim Cornelius. Elsie Daki. Tamsin Darries. Nafisa Danse. Afreen Danshi. Imtiaz Abraham. Yumna Abraham. Ronaldo Fernandez. Aisha Khamaldin. Nigel Gono. Lolwetu Kwede. Okushle Kaba. Taran Immelman. Nishat Jackson. Vera Marie Janssen van Rensburg. Carly Johnson. Jean-Marie Joubert. Munira Carberry. Bindia Keshav. Birde Khan. Tasneem Khan. Yusuf Kauka. Nomapelo Kakri. Eudonir Quazira. Mashawo Madiba. Tevedzani Mokoba. Trudy Nontoba Ekbeko Maloka. Ntebacheng Matile. Vive Valituba Madoda. Usapile Mandela. Alapa Maklekle. Zikona Zinchle Njole. Titabiso Ngang Kwanko. Sinigugu Ngadi. Mohammed. Radia Musa. Mansa Musa Musalfile. Olwetu Mbulene. Letu Kutula Ntrovo. Atola Pakadi. Brittany Pile. Nikita Rabi. Sadia Raiman. Janie Retief. Rishta Sali. Gugu Sambo. Tamara Sandler. Faraz Sheikh. Wongaletu Siko. Vuyile Siguela. Alia Tayob. Lefa Tabile. Dimitri Titis. Sindasiwe TV. Charmel van Niel. Everentia Natasha Wansacht. Heinrich Williams. Kelly Williamson. Vice-chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Science Biotechnology on the following candidates. Savannah April, summa cum laude. Tom Bartezel, summa cum laude. Amy Cooper, summa cum laude. Wada Jassim, summa cum laude. Amber Manifold. Amber Manifold will be invested by her father, Professor Gavin Manifold, from the Department of Biodiversity and Conservation Biology. Amber has achieved her degree summa cum laude. Sipusetu Mishle Laletu Mazachana, summa cum laude. Tony Oliver, summa cum laude. Ginny Chabi, summa cum laude. Tamara Vitboy, summa cum laude. Vionifer Bard, cum laude. Pilani Hadebe, cum laude. Stephanie Lawrence, cum laude. Bilquis Peters, cum laude. Bianca Solomon, cum laude. Ibitsam Abrahams. Mushfika Abrahams. Noor Al-Hassan. Mohammad Hanif Aronsa. Wajida Arnold. Elsie Aries. Cleo Rose Barenser. Javon Bredekamp. Keegan Brown. Cedrina Chitua. Keith Cupido. Haldi da Silva Cardoso. Abdul da Silva. Muhammad Damon. Tahila Davidson. Peter Christian Diaga. Besing Clamini. Apelele Dziziba. Vice-chancellor, I'm formally apologizing for not announcing that Mr. Diago was ordained, graded by his mother, Dr. Malherbe, from the law faculty. So my apologies. Avonki Tako. Taylor Hart. Savannah Healing. Mark Henry. Tonya Hockey. Lorenzo Isaacs. Jamie Josephs. Sibongile Koza. Vladimir Klaaser. Sindisa Kota. Sheridan Lloyd. Simamkele Makaula. Teboho Mama Tsiari. Khalil Manuel. Hilary Mbali Mashini. Ruvimbo Mishi. Remo Mitchell. Luando Moyo. Amkelwa Mchubi. Umtomkozisi Nkani. Amanda Ndebeni. Simeka Mbuleni. Nanda Nkambule. Kanya Neketo. Kwaita Noludwe. Tina Nsenga. Tandile Nchanchia. Tian Ullerman. Ntombekazi Sebetu. Pikolomsi Shiwawu. Siamkele Solonsi. Litakazi Tobeko. Jamie Lee Thorne. Busiswa Tisani. Linko Titus. Nalisa Talaza.
Vice-Chancellor, with your permission, we shall now proceed with the awarding of diplomas and certificates.
Vice-Chancellor, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the postgrad diploma, Integrated Water Resource Management, on the following candidates. Squanti Aviwe, cum laude. Asasipo Ernest. Maseo Lalumbi. Tobias Linus. Vuyolwetu Matkala. Avavudzani Mashu. Insikelelo Umbombezele. Sandile Umtuyedwa. Philippine Tao Mpai. Luntu Deke. Aviwe Sesonki Nontencha. Zemkita Nyoka. Masele Ramagayani. Anati Sikatla. Sisanda Tembani. Vice-Chancellor, with your permission, the pharmacist oath will now be read out loud by all pharmacy graduates, led by Professor Nadine Butler.
Ladies and gentlemen, our pharmacy graduates will now publicly commit themselves to their profession through the pronunciation of the pharmacist's oath. I also invite any other pharmacists in the audience to stand and renew their oath along with our graduates. The graduates all please stand. Pharmacy graduate. You will read the oath along with me, and in the third line after I, we will pause, and everyone will announce very loudly and clearly their first name and surname. Okay. The pharmacist's oath. All together now. In acknowledgement of the ultimate destiny of mankind, the presence of my teachers, my peers, my family, and all other witnesses assembled here today, I, Nadine Butler, hereby solemnly pledge myself to the well-being of humanity and to the relief of suffering which I now regard as my calling in life, to obey and maintain the ethical standards of pharmacy, to continuously renew, augment, and improve my knowledge and expertise in order to fulfill the obligations of a pharmacist, to uphold the profession of pharmacy as the custodian of medicine, and regard medicine as the instrument entrusted to me to protect and improve the quality of life, not to divulge improperly any personal or confidential matter directly or indirectly confided to me by my patients or clients even after their death. That my primary goal will be the fulfillment of the demands of my profession, and that neither personal gain nor quest for glory will take precedence in the execution of my duty. To cooperate with other healthcare workers, if need be, to achieve my professional objective and the desired therapeutic outcome. That I have taken this oath voluntarily in full realization of the confidence and the responsibilities placed upon me. I now go forth to discharge my duties to the best of my ability and true to the dictates of my conscience.
Are we done? That was fun. Did you have fun? Okay, I normally share one or two memorable moments of each ceremony. The one very inspirational is the one of you that whispered to me, "You're just keeping that seat warm for me." I like that. The other memorable moment, I'm not really sure how I feel about it, because it sounded a bit scary. But that young lady over there whispered to me, "I'm going to tag you instantly on Gram." I don't know what that means, but it does sound quite scary. I'd like to invite our guests, our parents, visitors. I'd like to invite you to join me in, first of all, thanking our graduates for giving us this opportunity to celebrate through what they have achieved. So please join me in thanking them and congratulating them. Thank you. Graduates, please stand. There's one thing that they say about a qualification and education is that no one can take it away from you. What you have achieved is through your own hard work, no one else's hard work. You must now update your automatic email, what do you call that title? So the next time you write to me, I want to see John Smith B. Farm. But while it is your own hard work. You do know that you had many guides along the way. You had many mentors that looked after you. And so I'd like you to acknowledge the lecturers, the supervisors that helped you along the way. And then, please find your loved one in the audience, wave your certificate at them and say, thank you. Thank you. Please be seated. All good things, unfortunately, comes to an end, and this congregation of the University of the Western Cape is now dissolved.